you started. Okay. So I gave it a name that people will not, when you see shape shifting, if I put live trading right now, a lot of people are going to join, they're going to watch. But I put it shape shifting. It's not all the content dramas. It's not favored by names like this. So if you're on this call right now, you are ready for a shape-shifting call, right? Are you guys ready to shape-shift? So we're going to start with the accountability review trading. Accountability review trading. Reflection. So accountability is going to bring on reflection. All right. Review is going to bring on track. Anything you cannot track, you cannot manage. And anything you cannot manage, you cannot retain. And anything you cannot retain, you cannot duplicate. Never forget that. You can write it down. Okay. You can write it down. Anything you cannot track, you cannot manage. Anything you cannot manage, you cannot retain. Anything you cannot retain, you cannot duplicate. You cannot scale. And wealth is about scaling. And truly becoming, all right, is in the process of getting a foundation on how, all right, to track. Okay. And the deception in this space is people have an overflow of experience and they get carried away from tracking. Okay. But one of the blessings that I am as a being, as a human being who's in this earth is I bring people into a place of tracking. Track the movement, forget the pace. When you know how to run fast, it's an excitement. You get carried away, but you need to track what makes you run fast. Because why? You can retain it. You can duplicate it. Because there's going to come a while in a season where you may not be able to run. You will forget how you run. How did you get to it? And another thing is, I think there are 4 cycles in every season. There are 4 cycles in seasons, 4 cycles of season. All right. There's winter, there's autumn, there is spring, and there is what these other ones. In every season, the modus operandi are different. Okay. So how you do well in spring may not be the attitude and the foundation, mental fortitude you need to do well during what's the toughest season? The season you gather, you retain, you hold, you don't spend anyhow. All right. You're going to need a different type of attitude and a different approach. But if you think you want to run during that period, you're going to run out. So we're going to start with accountability. Everybody put accountability on the chat. I have a gift. Is it a gift? Will I call it a gift? You guys will let me know. Okay. The circle is small so I can talk. I don't have to be fast. All right. I hope I'm calm enough. Are you guys calm enough? Are you guys ready to receive some bombshell? Are you guys calm enough? Okay. And I need you guys to do something for me. For those of you who are hidden on the call right now. Now, when we come, this is something, and it's an instruction. Whenever I am into the mode of accountability, we're having anything special, I need you guys to come in as students, camera ready. So I'll give you guys 2-3 minutes, whatever you're doing right now. If you got, go turn on your camera. I want to be seeing your eyes. All right, turn on your camera if you can. Okay, if you are in a rough space, okay, go tidy up. Sit where, let me see you in a place of learning. Be disciplined, be respectful. Okay, respect yourself. And I'm like, I'll tell you guys some certain things. Okay, attitude is powerful. Attitude is the distribution of energy. Okay, how you sit right now shows how you respect yourself, not me. Your body carriage is powerful. There are things inside your biology that respect your they call it charisma. They call it posture. Beautiful, right? Posture. Okay, posture. So a lot of people don't pay attention to posture. Posture helps distribute your energy. So I can track your energy just by seeing the way you are right now, how you're seated, how you, because your brain is a muscle. Many of you, you don't treat it with respect. Okay, so respect is actually is a feeling and an expression of attitude. Okay, so I am doing a session. I am seated, all dressed up, all prepared. That is a posture. Okay, and you're learning from me. You're lying down on a bed. Your posture is not militant. It's not aggressive. It doesn't have a, there's no open door. What is functioning when you are in that posture is your ears and your mind. So when I talk, you hear, and your mind receives what it needs. So I may be teaching a lot of things, but your posture is rebelling. Because why? Your posture is not in a mode, open door to receive. So one of the most important things students or people in learning don't know is the posture of receiving learning is as powerful as, it's even more powerful. Like I say, intention is more powerful, all right, than knowledge. Intention is as more powerful in some context, more powerful than knowledge. Okay. Knowledge is bliss. Intention is focus. There can be a lot of presence, but intention is grabbing. So you can grab knowledge based on how you pose. Very, very powerful. I just this was a detour. But when I'm there are certain things I want to do. I like to identify. I train, I'm a coach, so I tell you what I do, what I know. Okay. You will never see me in a class unready. You can't catch me unready. And let me tell you guys an expression of an attitude. If I show up in your class lying down, I am not learning from you. You are not coaching me. I am observing you. And if I'm observing you, I am observing based on my template. So like I'm looking for something, I want to see if you have it. So I could be in any state of posture and my mind can observe you. Is that who you think you are, or who you think you should be as a student of learning? I need you guys to answer. Okay. Should you be observing, or you should be aggressive towards grabbing information and learning? So stay in class. Okay, so this is one of the things I'll tell you guys to track it. Okay, for every session, prepare 5 or 15 minutes before the session. You are changing your mental and physical posture. It will affect that which you experience. All right. It will affect your learning. You're going to find, because if the body prepares, the mind, the mind is ready when the body is prepared. So show up in a session. I don't need your face, but I'm telling you, this is what you do. Show up in a session. If there's a session that is a Zoom, be camera ready. It shows you are prepared. So mentally for you, it does something. But another thing, I've said it several times, for the person you are showing up for, it tells them something, that this student is exceptional, has an exceptional attitude, and is ready. So do you like the two things? You need them. You need to form or put yourself in a posture of readiness, and you want to gain my attention at the same time. Am I correct? All right. Very, very powerful. Okay. So that is a training, is an instruction for what, just to help you guys understand that it goes beyond just being present. Being present is mentally, emotionally, all right, mental and emotional. Does that make sense? Put sense on the chat. Okay. I'm still sweating. Wow, the energy that is coming from me today is like bomb. Okay. So I'm going to be taking it step by step. Okay. So yeah, it's okay. There is always an excuse There's always a worthy excuse. So the only reason that you cannot, maybe you are at work, but it's not entirely your work. Okay, you're busy, you're moving around. Okay, but okay, that is understandable. But I'm talking for those who are in class. All right, you are experiencing class and you're in class are two different things. So make do when you can. All right, does that make sense? All right, beautiful. So what do we really have today in accountability? The first form of accountability I want to bring is the tough one because I want to know you. I want to know how you do. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what inspires you to do what you do. I didn't sit with you all through this week. I don't even know how you're thinking right now, but I want to know how you thought before you got into this class. All right. How many of you this today, when the meeting was posted, you had 5 people messaged to join this class? Personally, if you didn't, say I did not. If you did, say I did. And I'm going to show you guys that's where the gift is going to come from. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. All right, good. And guess what? I know who did. They didn't tell me. I know who would without them telling me. All right. So I want to ask a question just out of curiosity. Blessed, do you have a group of friends you have a WhatsApp with? You have a community you relate with in trading terms? You do, right? Is that where you shared it? Or you individually just message them? Because apparently you're the only one, right? And the truth is I knew you did. Are you guys ready to listen? Should I further this conversation? Do you guys want me to further this conversation? Beautiful. So you guys didn't see this coming, but it already told me something about you. You don't take things to heart. I'll bring you my honest. So I review you. You're giving me privilege as a coach, right? Put 100 if you did that. So accountability. So let me give you guys a concept before I further. I mean, if your parents here right now, you're nurturing a child or you're nurturing a young one, you are a guardian. I mean, so let me bring that concept. When you're nurturing a child, okay, can you guys agree with me that the children of this society, the children of this age, are less disciplined than the children of our time, maybe like 20 years ago? You guys agree with me? They say by their fruit you will know them. You can judge a book by its content. Okay, so let me give you a narrative of where you are, who a reflection of who you are right now. You're untrained because why? You like doing things your way. And that is the reflection of the children of our time. Okay, our parents, if they sit and they look at you, you will see a message and you coordinate. Why? If you do not coordinate, something happens to you. What's that thing? Africans will relate to this better. Mr. Giles, yeah, you may not relate to this as we should. Yeah. Okay. What happens? You guys talk to me on the chat, and I need you guys to pick the message. Okay. I don't just say things. I am analytical in nature. I bring analogies, I bring system, I bring things that you can relate with. All right. You will get whooped. Okay. The scripture says, spare the rod and what? Spoil the child. Society says give expression to your children, allow them grow the way they are. And today you see what's happening in society. All right. Why am I saying that? Why am I bringing that? Okay, that's proof of the absence of proper parenting. So, what is proper parenting? What is really parenting? The ability to have the rod of correction. Do you guys agree with me? There is a rod of correction. So, what is correction? That thing that you don't like. So, let me put it in this phase. There are certain things you do today. So whether you guys know you're my children, in the template of learning, a coach is a father, or our students are children, which means if you fall in the category of a child, all right, you tend to grow up to do things your way. True or true? Okay. Now, when you have instructions and you don't follow instructions, what happens? You're beaten. That is correction. Okay. So when you're corrected, you know that this is what I wasn't supposed to do and this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay. If you are not corrected, you tend to always strive and move in the direction of your control. And guess what? You tend to spoil. You spoil. Okay. And the result of spoil is what's happening in society. And that's really your society. The result of your spoil is what's happening in your trading experience, your life, your finances. Because no one is truly guiding you because you're not accountable to the rod of correction. When you see me bring out trainings like this, I know I'm not your biological father, but the template of training is what I am bringing. You see, every accountability session is a rod of correction. So I'm the one who's going to tell you there are certain things you don't do. So when you don't see the result you're looking for, it's not because you don't have the knowledge of trading. It's because you don't track your attitude, your mental, emotional, and social attitude. Okay. It is required. Your entire person is what present your entire result. It's not trading out. Trading will only produce a part of it, or it's a system in a part of, but there's something about your entirety. Okay, your mental attitude. I talked to was it this week or last week? I told you guys about the in between actions, habit, character. Many people are not watching their actions and habits because why? They are not in control of it. And I told you guys how to bypass it following instructions. So if there are instructions and you're not doing it, what am I supposed to do? Talk to me on the chat. I bring you a rod of correction. That's accountability. So accountability is not just you're telling me something you're doing. Accountability is I've told you something to do. Did you do it? And if you didn't do it, feel guilty. Feel bad. I make you feel bad. That's beating. Okay. So a part of you feels bad and leaves the session and you promise yourself you're not going to do it next week. You don't want to feel this bad, right? That is the rod of correction. Okay. So why did you invite 5 people? Who can tell me why? Did you tell 5 people? Who can tell me why? Okay, you guys are close, or you guys have an idea. So, what are the things you are accountable for? What are the 3 major things I said you should be accountable for in respect to learning your growth? One, you guys talk to me. You can see that this is a very uncomfortable section. Am I correct? Well, then let me ask for water. Good, beautiful. So there are 3 things you are required to track Okay, so in the hierarchy of these three things, what did I tell you is the most important one? Followed by, and the last is earning. Can I tell you one truth? If I asked you about your earning, the statement will not even drop. You would have answered it. You tracked your earning this week. How many of you know you knew that you either earned money or you lost money this week? Because why you tracked it? You see, where the treasure of a king is, his heart is there. So if you knew about your earning, how you grew. So if I ask you, did you grow this week? Many of you will say yes. Quickly, you won't think about it because why? You were tracking it all along. Your heart was there. As you're making money, you're excited. Your heart was taking a record of it. All right, how you were trading. Guess what? Many of you were more disciplined in the areas of earning. Okay. But you were less conscious in the area of learning and growing. And your earning needs a foundation of your learning and your growth. Okay, so this is it. Your earning rests on your learning, and your learning rests on your growth. The reflection of your learning, you can accumulate all of the word encyclopedia, all right, but it does not, if it doesn't have a foundation of growth, your knowledge is useless. It will not amount to anything. Some people can know little, but because they have a foundation of growth, all right, that little is multiplied. So growth is a multiplier of that which is known, that which is learned. Okay, it's the same way the foundation for the expression of learning is growth. It's the same way the foundation for the expression of earning is learning. So learning amplifies earning. Okay, it's not earning that amplifies learning. It is learning. The more you learn, you give a foundation to earn. But do you know why some people, they learn a lot, but they don't have results for what is learned? Foundation for learning is growth. Yeah, thank you. Okay, because they have not groomed growth structures. Learning is not positive, what is available. They know a lot of things, but it's not reflecting what is known. I see a lot of people meet me, I've had a lot of counseling period. In fact, it's almost like if you come and meet me that you want to counsel with me, I can drop a template and you will fit in that narrative. It's always, man, I've been here 5 years. I've been doing this. I'm getting stuck. I feel things are not working. It's almost like what I know is not bringing the result. It, it's almost so people who are learning are stuck because why? They never paid attention to the foundation of learning, which is growth. The reflection, the fruit you're going to bear is as beautiful as the size of your tree. Listen to me. A fruit that is under the ground cannot be a fruit. Why? Because it has not grown off the surface. It does not have branches. So if you're trying to bear fruit without preparing the structures of stemming up, creating branches, beautiful leaves surrounding, that's growth. That is the reflect. That's growth. It means growth prepares you for bearing fruit. Are you guys getting the drill? All right, let me know in chat. Many of you put emotional energy towards the fruit. That is because you're poor mentally. And if you do not treat that mental poverty, okay, because mental poverty would bring its fruit, lack of resources. You would always be lacking resources, looking for it, pursuing it. Because why? It's a magnet. It's here. You need to treat it. Okay. So when I do these sessions, I'm just bringing a reflect. So I did not say this is who you are. Did I say that? I asked you a question and you reflected it to me. And I'm trying to explain for you to see that this is where you are. Am I making sense? Okay. So you can convict yourself and go make adjustment. Second question. So are you guys with me? Put 100 on the chat. So you guys you're gonna pass more on this one, but for some of you, you won't pass. How many of you? All right. You are 24 hours for the past 5 days. How many of you watched a minimum of 10 videos aside sessions? I would have said 21, but I know none of you did 21. So how many of you did 10? Okay, let me ask. How many videos did you watch of my previous training? Did you watch? Everyone answers. If you're not willing to answer, jump off this call. Beautiful. So none of you met a good ratio and you want to be like Kenry. And you're learning from Kenry. Kenry, you must have watched 10 videos. Your obsession will bring about a possession. If you're not obsessed, you will be comfortable. But obsession brings you away from comfort. Obsession makes you exceptional. Okay, Kenry. So you're from the last training on Friday, you've had 8 days. 2 videos a day times 8 is what? 16. That is normal in someone who's trying to catch up in information. Do you know what watching a video does? It's not really about grabbing insight or grabbing what is taught. It's like you want to build your muscle. I have to go to the gym, run on the treadmill, do some press up, carry weight, do it consistently for my muscles to enlarge. You have a brain, and a brain is a muscle. And it's not just a brain. The brain muscle affect your mind muscle, and your mind muscle affect your mental faculty. So anything you do do you know success is a routine effect? How many of you know that success is a routine effect? No, many of you don't know, but I'm telling you right now. Success is a result of a routine, and how good a routine is the reflection of the what? The effect. Success don't happen to you. You become successful. Many of you are trying to attract a success that will happen to you. And when it happens to you, that's when you now start learning and hustling to hold it. You're still running on a negative field. You will lose it. Train yourself to become. So you will be before it comes. That is the right mindset. Don't just have it and you now say, oh, I want to retain it. No. If I have it, I have it. I know how I got it and I can replicate it because I know how I got it. I'm always warning you guys not to pray for experiences in trading that you have not groomed yourself to mentally absorb. It's not a blessing, it's a curse. You will not know right now, but you will be welcome to the school when you do. Many of you think if I pass that account, that is where it gets started. No, where it gets started is when you start making money and your mind tells you you are now a successful trader. That's where your journey of retention starts, and you're going to find out that it's a different ball game all along. Your frustrations are going to be deeper when you start hitting losses. Now, if you hit losses, it's part of a game. Your mindset is telling you that you're not there yet, so loss is part of the game. But you're going to get to somewhere. When you lose, you're going to be frustrated. It's not good because you know you're already there, but you don't know where you're going anymore because you thought now you're where you are. Many of you don't know mind games because you're not playing them. You're not qualified to even play them. Mind games. See, there are some attack. If I punch you, your muscle will be your wedge. But there are some things that will happen to you. It will feel deeper and painful than a punch. You're not there yet. Don't worry. You will be there. Okay, so even if I say it, your mental faculty cannot absorb it right now, except you're sensitive spiritually. Okay, you're discerning beyond time. So when I'm growing you right now, I'm growing you from a place of experience. Do you know what it means to feel like quitting after spending over 5 years? Do you know the pain of it if you eventually quit? Hmm? You don't. You may quit, but the pain. Hmm. All right. So leave that. Learning. So I talked about videos. When you watch a video, so did I tell you guys? You guys have been following me. Did I tell you guys what happened in my beginning phase? How many hours I put in watching videos? Did I tell you guys? What was it? Who can type it on chat? If I told you guys, what was it? 4 to 5 hours daily, 11 to 3 a.m. For a longer period of probably over 6 months, I wasn't sleeping. I was watching videos because someone told me if you do something 21 times over, you become exceptional in understanding. And I'm a practical person. So I'll put a video, I'll watch it 21 times. Same video, 21 times. You can do it 21 days, or you can do it in a reflection of I watched it 3 times. And what I'm doing as I'm watching the video, I'm picking the practice of instruction. Okay, what am I expected to do from this video? I'll watch it. Okay, good. Uh, See, that is the only way you can tell of your obsession. It's not what I want to get from the video, it's how I react to the instruction around the video. I know, do you know at some point, I'll wake up, I'll slap my eyes, I'll put it on water, I'll slap my eyes because while I was watching, I was feeling like sleeping. And when you feel like sleeping, you're not learning. You know that, right? Nothing comes into the brain when you feel like sleeping. So I'll slap my eyes. What's happening? I'm telling my body, you are here. You're not in charge of me. I'm putting you here. And I'll do that over and over again. So it come a point in time. I didn't even count record. I wasn't counting record that I was watching video. It was not a normal thing. I'll watch a video. So we'll do class in the morning. I make sure I watch the video before I sleep. There is no class we'll do in the morning that I don't watch the video before I sleep. So you think, do you know that there are things I know that I've not taught? I have an absorption of learned information. That is why you put me in a room, I always have something to say because I have an encyclopedia of information that have been logged in my mnemonics. Situations cannot catch me unaware because I've learned broad. So you can see the expression in my result because I have gained information. I am not lacking in learning, okay? But at some point, I had bad results. Then I realized it's not learning, it's growth. So I started creating structures of growth. All of a sudden, I told you guys that the year I made the kind of money that I knew that Forex works, I lost everything. I regained 2 years in 3 months. I did not learn a new strategy. I did not learn a new concept. Same thing I was doing brought a result I never, because why I grew. So when I grew, something happened to the learning. The learning was already there, so it exploded. It was like a miracle, but it wasn't a miracle. It's a process and it's a formation. I clicked and it popped. Okay, so that's when I teach you that learning affects growth affects learning affects earnings. I know what I am telling you because I'm a proof of it. It's not about showing you guys results. It's about showing you guys process to getting results. So result becomes unmindful. You don't have to be mindful about results. You're going to be process oriented. Am I making sense? Are you guys liking what I'm sharing with you? Say no. All right. Say no. You shouldn't like it, but just accept it anyway. Because right now I'm correcting you. A rod of correction. Are you guys with me? Okay. So foundationally, if you want to be an obsessed student. Gain information. Find a video that resonates with you. Watch it at least. If you cannot do 3 times a day, at least do once a day. But make sure in your lane, because, okay, now I want to ask you guys, if you did not watch 5 times or 10 times, what was your learning goal? For those of you who said none or one, or tell me, what was your learning goal this week? I like to understand. If you didn't have none, quickly just put none, but don't delay or think too much. Let me know, what was your learning goal? Let me tell you one of the mistakes some of you are going to make. Backtesting to trade a strategy is not a learning goal, it's an earning goal. Risk management, anything around risk management is an earning goal. Anything around trading, anything that brings execution. What leads to execution is not a learning goal, it's an earning goal. And I bet that's what most of you did. You were more conservative. You observed your risk management. You observed how many trades you take. You did you now apportioned your account to different the strategies. You did more of that, true. That's your earning goal. Many of you did that. So you had your emotions attached to the discipline of your earning, but you never did to your learning, neither did you grow. How do you think this week was? You have result of earning, but you didn't have result of learning. You didn't track your growth. How do you think you're going to be next week? How do you think you're going to be different this month? Are we together? Are we still together? I'm losing you. Because if I didn't tell you this week, next week is not going to be different. Because why? You didn't even know. Okay, how many of you, if I'm not sharing this right now, you didn't know this was happening to you? You didn't know this was what you were doing. You didn't know, you didn't pay attention to learning this. You didn't know because you were busy and you were confusing movement for progress, but you were not progressing. Because now, if all of your progress are tied to earning, you just disabled yourself. You gave a disabled week. You made your week disabled. Because the frontier of your experience should not be laid on your earning. It should be laid on what earning stays on. I don't count it as growth when I pass an evaluation or I make money. It is not counted as it's not growth. That's an experience. An experience is fleeting. Growth is what is sustained. Growth is a structure I've mastered. Growth is something that I became this new week. All right. And the discipline of earning is not in it because why? It is not sustainable. So if I told myself I was going to watch 10 videos and I did, I learned a new character. Because you never did it before. So you tell yourself you're doing it, you've grown a new muscle. You repeat it the next week, that is you have become a person who can tell yourself to do something and you accomplish it, that you become something. All right. And guess what? You're going to start seeing that something in your result of earning. And when you see it as a result of your character, you can't lose it. That's foundational. Okay. I never talked to a friend. It was actually difficult to talk to a friend, but there was an instruction to grow. I realized this week I said I was going to talk to 10 friends. I gave a commitment I was going to talk, and I did talk to 10 friends. All right. And a result of talking to 10 friends, I have 5 people in the group. I did that again next week. I have 5 people. I have become a person who knows how to do that thing. You can't take it away from me anymore. That's growth. Growth is commitment. Growth is character. Growth is not money. So you build character, you get result. But if you look for result outside of character, you're disabled. Because money you earn without a character disables you. Many people don't know. It's not a blessing. Why do you think in our generation today, we have more poor people that have money? Okay. Should I go there? The next phase and the season of technology, the world is growing into different phase. We're now in a digital world. The digital world is poorer than the analog world, but they have more money. Case in point, should I tell you guys this? When COVID hit, who did it affect the most? Like when I teach you, I don't put Forex in your face because I'm building character. And Forex doesn't build character. The chart does not build character. So no, it didn't affect the poor. Who did COVID affect the most? In the world of finance, those who, so if you were working for money and things were shut down, if a recession like COVID happens again, who does it affect? Who are those that are taking out financially? Okay. Well, it may be an assignment. I mean, make it an assignment. You guys maybe give me feedback. That's an assignment. All right. Okay. You're going to find out that a lot of people lost their job. A lot of people, I think the only thing that was thriving was not content creators making people laugh. Because even if you sell a business online, you're running things, guess what? There was no sales. A lot of things were affected. And some people lose their wealth. Why some people's wealth was not affected? The people who gained wealth as resources, they weren't affected. But people who gained wealth by technology, by access, were. In the world we live in, all right, there are two phases of advantage. Okay, so if you're always getting the speed of money, you're losing foundational structures. And guess what? When recession and times and seasons involve, it affects those who build without structures. Okay, it may be swift right now. If you invest in cryptocurrency, boom, crazy amount of money can be made when the coin grazes up. But as you're earning those money, if you do not put it in structure, look at what happened when the coin dropped from 60,000 to $3,000 to $12,000. Do you know people almost died when they bought at 40,000? People sold off because their wealth is dependent on the growth. Okay, another example. A lot of people to think content creation, so many things, do many things online right now. You work for an entity. If Instagram shuts down today, social media shuts down today, which is going to happen anyway, what would your life look like? I'm just trying to give you guys a picture of why structures, character, the mode, what you build is very, very powerful. So I built a business, okay? Yes, it's on social media, but I build structures of social media. I'm using social media as a tool. I don't live there. You see, we live in a world today, people, you see, content creators make a lot of money. YouTube creators make a lot of money. But what if the system shut down? They built all of their wealth and resources on the speed of money without understanding structures. Don't be that person. Don't be, I'm using these things as yardstick to bring things to your consciousness, but I'm actually talking about your character. In trading, don't go for the money. You may get it, but if it's not based on structures, you will lose it. So take out this time. I gave you guys, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, a block of 5. A block of 5. 3 years is personal formation. You're building a character for your first 3 years. How you earn money, how you retain it. For the first 3 years, you want to document, you want to be successful in building a trading character and a trading proof of result, personal proof of result. Okay. Then within 5 years, you consolidate. See, that block of 5 is no joke. Don't be doing this thing you're doing to actually, and you think 5 years is just going to happen to you. It's just going to be document what you're doing every day. I'm just helping you see that if I documented your week right now and you already know what your week is. Disabled. Many of you disabled this week. You didn't grow this week. You didn't learn this week. All right. But you earned. And that is a bad way to end the week. Real talk. Don't let next week be like this. Because why? If I didn't tell you this is how you've been. So many of you, can you see now that you've been here 4, 5 years, you don't have the result you want looking for? 3, 4, 5 years, you don't have the result you're looking for. It's a class like this that makes you know. Because how you do anything is how you become everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. Okay, if I can come within 5 days and I can catch you in just 5 days, not long ago, after so many trainings, guess what? It's not enough. I've trained you, I've given you things to do, I've given you instruction, but you still became like this end of this week. Don't you think? And just imagine you didn't have a mentor to reflect you. Can you now see how you created who you are, your result over the last 2 years? Put 5 on the chat. Because some of you are wondering, why am I not making progress? Why am I not growing? Why is this not working for me? Have I made you know why it's not working for you? Just over this last 45 minutes. So if that's true, what are you going to do differently? Because if you start doing it different, if the next week is different, next week is different, next week, it means a month is different. If a month is different, in 12 times a year is going to be different. Imagine if you could accumulate a block of 5 days of being different, and that accounts for 52 weeks. Do you think your next 2 years is going to be the same thing if you're conscious of building this character? Be more focused on your learning and your growth goal. Because earning is default. You don't even have to strive. You show up on the sessions. There are things you don't even have to strive to do. The sessions will help you do them. But outside the sessions, what you do is your growth and your learning. That's the truth. Many of you are focusing on things I can do for you. I can help you earn. Why kill yourself? But I cannot help you learn. I cannot help you grow. That is your responsibility. It's your decision. But it's not your decision for me to show up and tell you buy GBP USD today. Is that your decision? Is that your decision? And I tell you use 0.05. I can help you with risk management. As long as you are present to follow instruction. Earning is default. And guess what? You can grow good portfolio just by being present. But guess what? I cannot help your learning. I cannot help your growth. These are decision-based. And if you're not focusing on them, you're a product of a decision. You're not a product of your earning. All right. Does that make sense? So, Kendry, you identified a very, very powerful reflection today. You gave me a mirror I never used in seeing myself. All right. Yes, I've done that. What am I going to do about it? I have something in mind. So many of you, I am opening a window to mentor your growth. How many of you are excited about that thought alone? The same way I'm mentoring you in trading today, in your earning, I want to mentor your growth. Some of you are already doing it. I'm already doing it for some of you. Just that you don't pay attention to what I'm doing. And somehow I'm getting tired. I'm evolving new ways of doing it. I have a mission. I would always evolve. So for those of you who are interested in growth, okay, I am going to come in. I wanted to say 20, but I want to push it to 50. If you have a group of, oh, okay, let me come into the middle. If you have a group of 30, so this is what you do. Some of you have people you invited to this community. How many of you do? Let me know in chat. You've invited people to this community, right? All right. How many are they? So between now and this weekend, take a record of how many people you've invited in this community. If you get 30, create a WhatsApp group, add these 30 people. All right. I know it's going to be hard for me. I'm going to start mentoring your block of 30. It means you're qualified. We can have special session for your special team of growth. Because one of the things I want to create leader-minded people. And the moment you put yourself into a phase of leadership, growth is established. And I want to be able to help you through that process of growth. All right, does that make sense? So if you have 30 people in your group, message me. I will be added into that group and I'm mentoring you and 30 people. Okay? But you want to make sure that you are doing what I'm saying. I'm not saying a group of church members or a group of footballers or alma mater, old school association. A group of deliberate people, you've offered this opportunity, or you brought them into the circle. They are in the circle. They are in because why? What I'm going to, the template I'm going to be mentoring based on the things I'm teaching. So this is to bring you into a different form of person transported. I'm transporting you intentionally into something you cannot do for yourself. Okay. Now you have a group of accountability. Do you know why? Do you know if everyone you brought into this group, you put in a group, and what I teach you, after I teach you, go and you tell yourself what you're going to do, you're going to be a better student than now. You learn with people, have a community, have a circle, build a circle. That's growth. Okay. When you do that effectively, you get into leadership, and leadership is the highest paid profession. Why are you not training yourself to be a leader? And leadership is not standing in a place where you're giving. Go read the five. What's that book? What's that book? 5 levels of leadership, right? Yeah. Every one of you go get this book. If you don't have it, I know some of you have read it. Read it again. Okay, John C. Maxwell, 5 levels of leadership. All right. Very beautiful book. Identify where you are right now and become more effective. You will go. There are 5 levels. Okay. Well, I don't know the level I am in right now. I would, okay. Yeah, but I've experienced the 5th one, but I've not had the result of the 5th one. I'm trying to do what the 5th level is doing right now, creating more leaders. Yeah. Are you guys with me? Put 100 in the chat. Another instruction again. Read this book. So you'll find out that leadership is very, very important. And one of the best ways to lead yourself is to have an influence over others. Okay? Have an influence. Because wealth is about people. Why don't you study people? Why are you alien towards people? Okay, if at your age, you don't have responsibility for other people, you're lacking something very vital about your humanity. Okay, don't make money outside of people. Make money within a people. Okay, because the influence you have with people influences the character of your finance. So get into that journey. Many of you, you are so alone. You live in an alone world. You're trying to make money alone. You're making decisions alone. All right. You're struggling alone. You're fighting alone. Because why? You are alone. People should fight with you. People should pray with you. People should study with you. Community commands, but there's an authority of money you're going to have when you have a community. There is no proper success in isolation. So anything you do, thrive in people building. You can build yourself more when you build others. I didn't become the Ken Remo I am today because I made a decision I want to better myself. No, I started just helping other people get better, and I got better. I learned with other people. I built a character where I can give other people a service. I wasn't perfect in it when I got started, but I'm getting better. So do that part. It's your growth goal. So that's what I'm telling you. If you like, ignore it. I say, no, I don't need it. I just want to be alone. That's what the social media world the mainstream media. They've sold the consciousness. If the lion is going to attack the pack, they roar. Why does the lion has a skill of roaring? The lion is powerful. The lion can chase and cut off, but they can't. It doesn't have the power. They can only work by the power of fear to isolate. Do you know what social media and the mainstream media has done? Isolate you into a place of finance. They think, okay, that's why this narrative of self-made has been idolized. So people like the idea of self-made. Oh, God help us. Okay. There is no self-made success. There's none. But people love it. Why? That's the sensation and the narrative. It was deliberate. Okay. Rat race is what? The rat race, the way exams are conducted, they isolate you to be called a winner. Winning is by group. Teamwork is not promoted. All right. Community building is not promoted. I don't want to go there. So be different. Just tell yourself you want to be different. Trust more in your union with people than in your tribe or working alone. Trust more. Okay? Trust more. If you study the origin of creation, we're created to bond with people. But society has pushed us to isolation. Now we live in homes that are fenced. When we're growing up, everybody owns a community. We play around with children. We are better children today, more formed with society than the children of these days, because children of these wealth is now an isolation. Something is missing. I don't want to go there. All right. So, but I'm just trying to give you guys so try to be different. Say I'm different. Say I will be different. I will strive to be different. Study yourself. Okay. So that's why I'm giving you guys a way I'm going to conscious. So I will know my growth goal. And you know what that does? You may not be in my inner circle team right now, but that qualifies you automatically to be in my inner circle team of mentorship. Okay. For those of you that are already there, I need you guys there right now to strive to, because I told you guys something. I'm going to initiate a new form of mentorship because I want to grow. I want to be able to influence more people than I already have. And the way I want to do that, I want to have a model where I use you as the influence. So I need you to grow to become a better version of yourself in me. Okay, you want to be able to do what I am doing, but I will help you do it till you can stand on your own. Does that make sense? Okay, but now this is being offered to the whole team. So all you need to do, you want to qualify in that my personal guidance and mentorship. All right, what you want to do is get a block of 30 people. All right, and let me know you have it. Okay, I'll come in and let's ride the year together. Does that make sense? How many of you are excited about that? It's responsibility based, but it's gonna help you. Okay, it's gonna help you. You're gonna find out that you're different in 2 years working with me in this way, because why? You're gonna love it. You'll love it. Okay. Can we move on to the next phase? So okay, before we move on to the next phase, all right. How many of you, how do you feel right now? Talk to me about your feeling. Okay. You know, when they say when you use one hand, we have an adage. It's not an adage, a wise saying. And you use one hand to beat a child, you use the other hand to draw the. All right. So let me draw. What I told you already, I believe is drawing you close because I want to help you. But let me do it emotionally. How do you feel right now, experiencing the last hour? Tell me. Don't tell me one word. Tell me an expression. What comes to mind? What have I done to you? What have I made you realize right about now? And I have something. Don't leave this call if you want your April, May, June to be an exceptional phase quarter in your life. Don't leave this call. All right. If you can, cancel anything you're doing because I've canceled mine. I have a meeting I was supposed to do. I didn't know I was going to stay more than an hour, but my Vision, the pursuit of my vision, what I want to achieve with the community is more important than many other things. It's more important than my business appointment. Okay, so everything will fall in place. You are more important to me right now. So, what has happened to you in this call? Everyone share. I feel valuable. Why do you feel valuable? I say express. Don't just tell me a word. I want to see your expression. It's just that I don't have the time to take. Let me bring you guys to talk. All right. So that's why I'm saying. Tell me in the chat. Many of you know how to lie to yourself, and you're in this business. I'll be honest. You're in this okay. I think it's a communication problem. And communication is one of the best skills. It's one of the best skills required for success. Many of you know how to lie to yourself. You don't know how to express yourself, or you don't know how to pick the best expression of what is true to you. You like to say things people want to hear. I can never be in this type of meeting and I was found guilty, reflective, and I feel good. It's impossible. It means if I say I feel good, I am lying. Or I just pick that to be an expression that will suit the conversation. It means I'm not true to myself. Am I correct? Is that real? If you are an adult and you were schooled the way I just schooled you, I brought this and you have an emotion of truth, you should be feeling sorry for yourself. You feel ashamed. You feel, may say motivated, but you feel pushed. Realistically, the language for expression has nothing to do with good. If I'm being honest. Am I correct? It means you're picking an emotion that suits conversation rather than emotional truth. Okay. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Every one of you is on this call. You're an exceptional show. You're exceptional in the crowd. You put in the work. You show up more than other people. You're trying to grow. You're following instruction. You're not sleeping. But someone shows up and tell you all these things you're doing, you're moving wrong. How would you feel? But because Cambry has a way of telling you truth in a mild way, you begin to enjoy it. You're pleasing Cambry with your words. But the truth is, that's the feeling you're supposed to have. Because if you don't have that feeling, you will not be challenged. All right. And that is the feeling I want you to know you have. But expressing it is why I asked you the question. Because that is what I remember calling my mentor in 2019. After a meeting, I said, please, can I reach out to you? And I reached out. I said, this your call. Removed all of my tummy. I felt wasted and I felt humbled. And the question was, what should I do? And he gave me an instruction. And I just followed that instruction. 2 years was collapsed by just following that instruction because I was broken by that meeting. And I expressed it. That's why I asked the question. Many of you don't feel comfortable being schooled, being chastised. Don't feel comfortable. Don't feel I'll do it next week. It's okay. No, feel challenge. All right. Feel challenge. Feel deliberate. Don't be desperate. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Communicate what you're feeling. It helps you evade it. Don't sweeten it and accommodate it. Let it go. Cry when you need to cry. Agree when you need to agree. You failed. And nobody feels and is excited, mostly when they are trying to grow. Any question? We'll move to the next thing, review. All right, any question? Oh, wow, this has been powerful. It's been powerful, right? So this is a video you have in your archive. Let it be a constant reminder. You should watch this video before Sunday. You should watch this video at least a minimum of 3 times. Okay, let me give you an assignment. There are 3 videos you guys should watch. I did them recently. I think they follow each other. All right, what was the first? I did one, was it on Monday? Okay, then I had one on Tuesday. The training with the special one I had on Tuesday. Then this video. Collapse these 3 videos, put it in your archive and watch it. They are connected. What was the title of the first one we did on Monday? Then I showed up 8:30 on Tuesday. We did another on Tuesday. Then you add this one. These are character shaping. So I think on Monday was the character building, right? Then well, I think it was on Monday I did character building, right? Then on Tuesday I did what was it Tuesday? Tuesday, well, I think what was the title? See, my YouTube is rich. Even me, I do not understand the wealth of what's in there. Sometimes I go there and I always watch videos. Okay. I just watch video and I'm God, what's this? Everything you need, you have. You just need to change the person who sees them. How you see something, how you see value is how you use it. So I have videos, some I title, some I don't. That is why you have to be intentional about archiving video. You now you're in this session, you know this is powerful. I may not title it, I may just leave it where it is. Okay. But you save it and you put an instruction. I'll watch this video today night. Put the time, write it down. Use your phone, put a to-do list. Remind me to watch this video again. Even if you forget, your phone will remind you. That's intentionality. Tell your phone, I want to watch this video 9:30 today for the next 3 days. Your phone will remind you 9:30 for the next 3 days. Even if you forget, when your phone reminds you, oh, you go watch it. That's intentionality. Okay. Many of you are not practical because you're not interested to learn. You're not interested to grow. So when you think of growth, watch this. So if you think of growth, what I did this week is focused on growth because I am growing and I want you guys to catch up because now I'm growing above the stage. But I also want you guys to catch up. I want you guys not to miss me too much because when I grow, you will miss me. And I don't want you guys missing me. But if you grow, you will catch. Now I give you guys another opportunity to experience me because why? If you could do what I'm telling you right now before our launch, you won't miss me. But you will miss me if you don't do. So the question is, would you do? So it means you have a responsibility. Go look for your 30. Find 30 people. Beg them if you have to beg them. I want to have you in a group. This will attract mentorship of some sort. Would you like to be mentored by one of my coach? But he's giving me a responsibility and I want you to be my partner in that responsibility. Don't sell trading to them. Sell an opportunity to them. At least if you have, you know what? Yes. Why are you doing this? I don't even know. All right. Any question? Okay. So if you have to go beg, create that team. And I'm watching because if I've given you this instruction, I'm watching for who will not have an excuse. And some of you say 30 is too much. Why somebody will say 30 is too much? Some will be like, wow, 30 is too small for this type of value. Pessimistic, optimistic. Any question? All right. If I keep listening to myself, we will not finish this call. So I need to instruct myself. because a lot is coming out, like a lot. I'm reflecting on a lot right now, and I'm so intentional. Okay, I'm so. Do you guys have any question for me? Jay, how are you doing? Why are you JJ? Wait, let me look. Are you a footballer? Is it? Right? No, no, sorry. Why is JJ? You left the call? Ask me the question you asked me. So some of you, you've reached out to me. I see you guys ask questions. Okay. If you guys have questions, ask me questions. So anytime I say ask questions, it's for a reason. Okay. Uh, there's something I said I wanted to say. I said don't leave this call. I wanted to tell you guys something. All right. Review. So I'm gonna have time permit. I'm gonna have a one-on-one kind of conversation to address some personal things that you guys are willing to ask me. Okay. I will do that. Review this week. What did you guys think about trading this week? I know you guys have something to say. Was this week strange or was normal? Did I say, did this week happen like I said? There's something I will teach you guys when you guys are ready. And that will move us to Snipe Premium. Not because Snipe Premium is what I need to do right now, but because of, okay, I think I remember now. Yeah, thank you, Lord. Okay, let me say this out of the way. So there are two things I want to say right now. But let me say this one first. What do you think about me as a coach and a mentor? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I need 4 people, and I need everybody to pay attention as to what wants to happen right now. Okay? I need 4 people to give me an assessment and a feedback about the big gains trading community and reflect to Kemprimo, what I am doing right now. Tell me. 4 people. You raise your hand if you want to be one of them. I'll give you mic access. Mr. Giles, number 1. Go ahead. What you think needs to
Yeah. I didn't hear what you said.
I said what you think I need to know.
I think you're a visionary. I think you're honest. I think you're open. I think you are very good at direction. By that, I don't mean did I say this, do this, as in on the chart, that sort of thing. I mean giving instruction that we can follow over a course of time to guide us in the right direction, so that we can learn and grow and therefore earn. I think the big gains community is an example of that, a very good example of that. It's one that you've set up that emulates your personality perfectly.
All right, thank you. Any other person? Okay. Jude, go ahead. I need you guys to pay attention. There's something I want to say. I asked this thing for a reason. I didn't want to say what I want to say. I wanted to hear from you guys before I say what I want to say. All right. Jude,
And
you
so
can go.
you,
No, hold
so
on,
you,
Jay. Hold
oh,
on, Jay. Jude first. Or just unmute yourself, Jude.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Pertaining the big gains and gang, what I always form every time, intentional in everything you are doing. And your focus is so powerful. You are not the type of person that say no for anything. Your dream is so imaginable. Because for me, I started following right from the days of iron up to this time. So anything pertaining you, I know that what you are saying is you. You as a person is what you are doing. You are not giving it any direction. Or I really appreciate, I really see your trading ideas, your perspective, everything is so different. That is the only thing but I have a lot, but I just have to keep it to myself. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, sir.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Jay.
Hi. So you're passionate. Um, the way you teach, it's just like it resonates. It's like you're not talking cold words. You're just being real. I mean, like today, the teaching you've beaten us, but it's been a good beating. You've made us look at within ourselves as to how we can change. You're very passionate, and you're not the kind of person that you're just giving us signals. You want us to grow so that when you're not around, we can still eat. My parents used to say you can give someone a fish, or you can teach them how to fish, and they can eat forever. And that's what you want us to do.
Beautiful. Is there any other person? All right. Is there any other person? I think I said 4 people, but I can be okay with this. All right. Okay. Okay. So let me bring an example, then I say what I want to say. How many of you took gold yesterday and you lost gold? Or I would say, is there anyone who's stealing gold? If you lost gold, put lost on the chat. All right. If you're stealing gold, say I'm stealing gold. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Was gold a losing trade? If you guys go look at the chart, was gold a losing trade? So I need you guys to go look at the chart. I could show it, but I just need you guys to go look at the chart. Was it a losing trade? I made a mistake yesterday. The stop loss I gave was not under the swing low. But everybody took the signal and didn't win the trade, or it's not in the trade because they took the signal and they did not observe my mistake. Have you guys found my mistake right now? And that spoke a lot to me as to what I am really doing, why this is important. Okay, I'm talking about the price action yesterday. Okay, so I gave a trade. The analysis on the trade, the risk was supposed to be under the swing low. But when I put that long, okay, where I put the line was not under the swing low. It was just par to par. Normally, it's supposed to be 3 pips below the swing low, and it didn't. And when I was typing the trade, I just looked at my screen and I saw that number and I typed. I wasn't on the chart. I was driving. And I just called that trade, and guess what? It took it. I took the trade. I didn't lose the trade, but I realized when I checked it before I came on the session, it's a loss. And that reflected something different. It spoke a lot to me. When you're following someone, if they fall, you will fall. which is a good thing. If we win together. But there's something about the vision that we have. Educate to liberate. I don't want you to depend on me. I say something every 6 months. If you stayed with me 6 months and you stay depending on me, you've not grown. I've not done well to you, or you've not done well by following me. Okay? I'm always evolving, not because I wasn't better. I've always been better since day one, but I've evolved to become a better version of my better self. I'm still bettering myself, not because I'm not okay. I'm not good where I am. But excellence is unstoppable. Okay? There's always a best of a best. All right. And that energy I put into become better version of myself, it's not because of me. If it was because of me, I'd already settled for comfort. But it's because of the solution on how I can make other people like me. Okay. So when I teach with a certain level of desire in you, that you know these things so that we can become partners and help, because I truly want to help people. And I know that if Kendrick Moore have, influence over 100 people, if I have other soldiers who would multiply, there's the power of compound, will multiply, reach out, because there are people in your world who will see your success and they'll come in, all right, and they will use what you're doing. I may not know them, I may not be able to reach them, but if I can affect you, I would affect them. So I don't want you to be someone who depends on me, but someone who can take what I have and we can do this together. You know what I am doing. I'm happy you guys are doing well. I don't have to call a trade a day. You guys are calling trades. Chris called the trade yesterday. I reflected on the trade, and there's something that I spoke on, all right, which is another side of this. Okay. And thank God I'm remembering. Okay. And I need you guys to listen. I will say what I need to say, and you will hear what you need to hear. Okay, it's dependent on you. Oh, winning. Be careful how you win. That's a strong word. And I'm trying to find passive way, very soft way to communicate it. If your winning is not based on, I've said it before, but now I have a remembrance of what I could hinge it on. All right. Chris sent a trade yesterday. And I like the fact that that is one of the things I want to do in the group, where people can share their ideas based on the concept of what I am training. All right. And it could be educative, it could be inspiring. Other people will come in and be like, wow, this is an amazing group. People are sharing their ideas. And other people who don't even know how to trade can ask questions. Can I get in on the trade? And people can be winning with the students. That is leadership. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. And one of the things you would do me like I did yesterday, I am going to come in. If it is based on my template, I will voice out my understanding based on the market scope. All right. Now, if that trade was lost yesterday, you guys would have learned something. But because you won the trade, you did not learn something. It's a beautiful trade. Now, I love what Chris did. He sent his result, hits first four figure. Quite an amazing. That's why I didn't talk. I didn't talk because what I wanted to say would dampen the energy of what he's experienced. But I said as a coach, I'll mention it. Okay. You guys believe in that's why I asked the question. What do you guys think about my coaching, my mentorship? I asked it for a reason. You guys believe in my guidance. You truly believe in my guidance, right? I'll tell you what will stand in your way. If I'm guiding you, I have a way I'm guiding you, and I'm guiding you towards, I'm guiding you in a context. That doesn't mean there are no experiences outside of my concept. But if you've dedicated a way, or you dedicated yourself to follow a concept, you see something about character building. It is consistent. Okay. You have to be consistent towards character building in trading. This is how I'm trading. You're documenting a process. And in that, while you're documenting, you are learning, you're saving. But this is one of the worst things that can happen to you as a trader. Your temptation will not be based on your inability. Your temptation will be based on your prowess. It means You're going to be more exceptional in analyzing the chart. And one of the things that would happen to you when more knowledge and prowess comes in, you will begin to alternate. And when you alternate, you get quick results. Those are your distractions. Results outside of a process will come in. And before you see, you're loving it and you just get distracted. When you get distracted, it will not be because you don't get result. You will use result to move outside of discipline. All right. You just find out, oh, I learned something. This thing is earning me more money than this thing. And that is your distraction. Good things are distraction in the process of growth. Good experience, good trade, good result in trade. You just find things that works more than the one you've been building. It will distract you. All right. That is why when I commit to giving you market outlook, I tell you what I am looking at, why I am looking at it, so that you gain knowledge as a, because every of my analysis is a choice of discipline. So I'm disciplining myself to trade a certain way and avoid trading in an uncertain way. Not because I cannot trade that way, not because I cannot see the opportunities. I don't look at trend, I don't look at sentiment. Okay, I look at structure and I explain structure to the core. So you see, when I said that trade was a tricky trade, and I've said it several times, it was a tricky, and I'm going to go into the, when we go into the chart, remind me, I'm going to go into that chart. Every part of me knew the market was going to sell. But did you know why I voiced out? Because if the market sold, you will keep taking trades like that tomorrow. True or true? The validation that he paid you today opens the channel for you to keep taking it. Even if it's outside structure. It means you've put yourself, as a structured trader, you put yourself back in a state of variable. Be careful of choosing your chart you trade, even if they pay you or not. Be careful. I'm not concerned about the money. I'm concerned about how it affects my decision. That's why I said, yes, it's not about the win. I knew the market was going to win. And guess what? I took it in my play account. But if it comes to the discipline, I would voice out what's tricky about it. And now, not that the trick does not align with the sell snipe or even the sell plus. But I told you guys there are some tricky charts. You need to point it out. Okay. So just okay, I don't want to go into the chart right now, but there's a message I'm trying to pass because some of you are growing to where I now begin to adore your process. And if I want to help in my adoration, I want to make it firm for you to understand. I don't control your trading, but something will control it if you do not control your decision. Okay. Don't win. Find out how you are winning. Establish your win structures that it can be documented. When this is like this, I'll enter. When it is not clear, I'll put it in my trade. I'll put it out of my trading, or I'll put it in a play account or experience account. But if this structure should be based on an instruction and let it be clear. You do this over the next 6 months, you're going to be better. But my warning is don't trade to win. Don't trade if it looks good. You may win, but you can document it. That is very, very key. That is one of the things that I am. So 2 things I've shared here, right? I've shared the fact that the process of my trading is explained. I made a mistake on gold and we all lost. Majorly, many of you lost. That's because, and I saw it later this morning. I'll be like, oh, this mistake was on the stop loss. The trade actually came to the stop, picked that area, went back. But because the stop loss I picked was not under the swing low, that is what we took. Okay. It was a lesson, we all had it, but there was something to learn. If we all pay attention, someone should have corrected me. Someone should have messaged in the group. If you were paying attention, if you were so, oh, Kenry, this swing low you use, are you deliberate about it? But it's not under. It was supposed to. That is something that would have happened. Don't you guys think? Just imagine it happened and we corrected it. We all be in the trade. Or even if you don't say it out, you just, oh, wow, this thing is suspicious. You're not a vocal person, but you should be vocal about that. Okay? Don't just take This is to say to everyone, maybe you're here, you're new on this call. You can copy when you're new. But if I have taught you, observe the trade and make sure it aligns with what I am teaching you to trade. If there's something off, share. Okay? Share. I saw that and I said I was going to share. And the other part is just because you're waiting on a trade and something aligned, if I point out something, observe it. Because at the end of the day, you want to be a reflection of what I am teaching you. Try as much as possible. Don't be divided. Okay? Chris asked, he said, what was wrong with the trade? I didn't say something was wrong with the trade. I said something was tricky. All right. So that is going to bring us into review. But did you guys get that? Did you guys get the message of what I just shared? Did you guys get it? Be careful. There is a warning in it. Be careful. Growth, the distraction of growth is not losses, it's beauty. Things that will entice you is what distracts you during the growth process. When you start having some result, okay, it will be seduction. You're going to be seduced by unknown experience. Things that never worked before will start working just to pull you out of that process. Be careful. Always watch. All right, makes sense. Makes sense. Let me know on the chat. Okay, so now we're going to go into the chat. Probably spend the next 30 minutes and we'll be done, or less than. But did you guys get that? Okay. I'm proud of what some of you are doing in the group. Keep it up, but I would always put my feet to guide you so that your leg can be strong. Where you would fall tomorrow, you won't fall if you can only listen to me. All right. The excitement. Some of you are getting into your excitement phase, but that's why I'm watching them more, because I don't want you to get into your excitement phase alone. You will be disappointed. Okay. You will pass more account. You will make more money. I don't want you guys grooving out. You will feel the feeling of isolation and made. And guess what? You step into the shoes I just talked in. All right. Next phase, growth phase. Mr. Jude, you want to say something? Your hand is still raised. Is that the former hand? All right. Okay, good. Beautiful. So, just so you guys have an idea on what I'm talking about, we'll come back to gold. So this was gold. Gold is lighting up. Just imagine this. All right. So this is okay. Where was the one I sent was in this? Okay, good. I sent it on this. What I sent it on this chat, right? Here is it. I think it's this one. Where was the chat I sent? Here. Why is it not on the 15 minutes? All right, good. So you know all this is new, right? This is so our trade was it was good now, right? So this was my entry. This was the stop loss. If you guys notice this, why is this chart looking a little bit different? Did I erase my chart yesterday? Hold on, guys. Okay, so this was it. So no, what day? This was I want to say the time we sent the trade yesterday. Okay, so the market when it went up. Okay, this is here. Yeah, so send the market when it broke. So this swing low, this is where the market came yesterday. All right, and I was supposed to use under. If you guys notice this right now, okay, the swing low I was supposed to use. This chart is totally looking a little bit different. All right, but I was supposed to use under this. Normally the swing low, if this chart, what day is this? Why am I looking so This chart is looking so what day was this? I sent the trade yesterday. What day? What did I send? What day did I send the trade? That was March 26th. Today is what? Today's 27th. It was yesterday. So this was the low it came. This was the low it came. Is it because I'm on? Let me put it on 1 hour here. All right, good. So if we're looking at this, what if I'm taking this trade? What trade am I supposed to? What low am I supposed to use? Because this was the low it came yesterday, right? If we're buying this trade, if we wanted this trade to come back, where am I supposed to use if I'm taking a trade? I'm supposed to use this low. Okay. That is, except I'm buying above this area right now. And I told you guys, okay, yesterday you could, when it snipes, I think the confusion was when I put it on snipe, it's just that it's not even, I said if it snipes, okay, all right, you can now buy. This was the low it came to. I'm on the 1 hour, right? The stop loss I use, okay, good. This was it. All right, beautiful. I think I see it clear right now. So this is where the market came. All right. So the market came here. This was where I was supposed to. It's clearer now. Okay. So you guys see, this is the trade. I knew that this was it. Can you guys see where I made a mistake? Put clear on the chart if you saw it. Okay. So if I was looking at buying, okay, I was buying. I said if the trade comes here, I was going to buy. But see, if I'm buying here, so this is around where I call the trade. Where am I supposed to use my stop loss? It was supposed to be below the swing low. So now, all right, if we're clearly, I'm on the 15-minute right now. But what I was supposed to do normally using this trade, okay, because this is where the break or structure happened. Can you guys see? All right, so this was a high that this market broke. This is an internal structure. This is actually the swing low. So this is what I was supposed to use here. And I used this one. And guess what happened? So this is actually, not that this was a bad stop loss, but this is actually this stop loss that I was supposed to use in the trade if I'm looking at it even from a 1 hour perspective. Okay, if I'm looking at this trade from a 1 hour perspective, can you see that this is what I was supposed to use? Are you guys getting it now? All right. So if I'm taking this trade, this is what I'm supposed to use. And clearly the market pushed. All right. Not that this market is a win already, but I just saw that, oh, this trade, and even this that I used, it was almost equal. If you go back, if I take it back right now, okay. If you go back, if you look at this right now, this is clearly, yeah, almost equal. Just I pushed this. Hold on, I think I pushed it a little bit. Yeah. Can you guys see? Can you see the mistake? All right, it was clearly, and I said that, wow. I need to start watching that. And you guys need to start watching that with me. Okay. So when we find this type of consolidation, and there will be a learning in this, because what is the swing low in this trade? Okay, somebody will say this is the swing low. Now that's an internal swing low. Okay, because if you see this high right now, this is actually the high that created the low. So this is a low, this is an upper low. Okay, this is not an upper low because this low's high is under this low. So this is a low, there's a break or structure. The low that created the present break or structure is actually the swing low. All right, so this is a low, this is a high. So this is the present swing high in this trade. You guys agree with me? It's not this one, it's this one. So this low that broke the swing high is actually the swing low, not this one. Put 100 if you got it now. All right. So this makes you identify swing high, swing low. It's a perfect language. All right. Break or structure, high, low. So if there is a high and there is a low, the low that broke the previous high. So this is the last high in the market. Okay. And that's where it broke. That is the swing low. So this is actually the swing low that I was supposed to use the risk. But I guess, I overlooked that. And that's what cost us, that experience. We're still in it anyway. All right. Does that make sense? So you've learned something. So if the market is coming down right now, this is a break or structure. Okay. So this is a break or structure. This is the swing high. This is what? The break or structure. And the high that broke the structure is called the swing high. So this is the swing high where it's supposed to be the risk point. Now we have a new break of structure. Okay. This is the swing high that broke the structure, not this one. This is actually the swing high. Okay, so the market respects its structures, and you need to now know more about the structure. So this market is going to be good. Gold is going to buy today now. All right, we're going to start looking out for buy because now we have structures. Okay, so this is a swing high that gave us our low. If the market takes away this right now, that's a continuation of what? That's a change of character. That's when I'm going to buy good on Snipe. Okay. But if the market is going down, as it is right now, market already had what we call, market had a break of structure. So we have a conflicting what? So there's a break of structure right now. There's a low, there's a high, there's a break of structure. So it means this is what? Slightly tending bullish. From 90 is going bullish. Okay. Because there's a break of structure. So what do I need right now? Okay. If I need to sell this market on gold today, I need to what? Change character. The low that broke that structure. So this is a low. If you notice, this is a high, this is a low. It broke structure. If the market takes this away, it has qualified for a sell continuation. But right about now, it contended back into what? The bullish state. And market is trapped in the air, except you're doing raw right now. Okay, that's what you're looking for. So I'm going to sell here and I'm going to buy here. So gold is in a watch list. Does that make sense? All right. So if you're looking at Snipe Plus right now, I'm going to buy here. I'm going to sell here because this is what? Continuation on a break up. Okay. And this is what? So I can either now that is based on the structure. If market, so this buy is not because of this Snipe. This buy is because of this trend. So market was bearish. This is the change of character. You know, I told you market move should always change character in a trend. So this is a bearish trend. And this is the high that created this low. So market needs to change character. So I need a change of character before I get into the market there for a Snipe. Does that make sense? Put sense 100 on the chart. I need you guys to learn the strategy, learn the result of why I call the trade. So it becomes easy for you to practice. You're only looking for, if you're looking for a Snipe plus, you need a change of character if the market is trending against the direction. So the market has been selling since yesterday. For me to buy today on a Snipe, I need the market to change character. This is the high that broke this previous low. It becomes the swing high, and a swing high is a change of character. It's what we call market structure shift. That is when you get in on your trade. Does that make sense? Kabin, does that make sense? Okay, good. So there's a lot of direction. We need a lot of activity to happen for that to, actually consolidate today. So we had a very serious trend on the downside. Okay, so if you're looking at this market right now, I think market wants to come. I'm looking at buying now because why? Market is on discount. So market perspective, market is already at discount. I cannot sell because it's too short on a sell. All right, I'm going to come to S&P 500 for yesterday. Don't worry. It also happened. Okay, so this is S&P 500 for yesterday. Where is it? Okay, good. Now watch this. This was the stop loss for yesterday, right? This was what you guys used for the trade. Am I correct? And this is where I want you guys, where I was saying, watch out. Okay. It moved. Okay. So depending on how you gave it your spread, if it wasn't tight, you still be in the trade. This won't take you out in case you gave it good spread. It was a good area. Now, this is why this is not an ideal. Okay. This is not an ideal change. I just explained something right now. So if you guys watch it closely, market moves. Okay, let me use what Cabin likes. Okay, so watch this. So this is up, down. This is structure. When market breaks, this is momentum. This is momentum. All right. Market comes back. When market breaks, this is break of structure. This is what? Swing low. Because why? It's the low that took away the previous structure is a swing low. And you want to watch out for this momentum. You want to watch out for this momentum. You want to watch out for this momentum. Now, let's look at this market in that term. Okay. So market, this was a structure. This broke this structure with a week, came back to equal high. Okay, so it means both of them. If this break of structure happen, this is a break of structure. All right, this is a break of structure. Now, the market came here. You want to watch out for trades like this. All right, so it created, not really that it's far away from this, it's very, very close. And if you look at this, all right, it created this new high that wasn't even up to the previous break it had. Okay, so new learning here. And you guys to watch this. When market moves like this and break, there's a break of structure. A structure has to be tested to some extent for new structures to be created. Break of structure. When you see things like this is still one move. All right. There has been no test of structures. This, yes, there's break of structure. This is swing low. When the momentum is strong, okay, this is still when a new, now watch this, when a new structure comes here, okay, and goes break, this is the new swing low. This is not a swing low. You need to now start identifying structures from structures, okay? If I'm building a foundation right now, I'll put a building in a foundation. If I do not have a building in that foundation, that has not become a structure yet, okay? So when structures break and it comes back and it breaks, yes, a break of structure has happened, but when this happens, you want to be careful. This is what we call a tricky structure, because why? I never tested the structure. The one that comes back to test the structure will always evade this one. Okay. So this is strong because why? It tested the structure. Structures are already tested. You always find out that these ones are always evaded. Okay. Hence, I will be careful to tell you guys. So this is, you can see here right now. And even if I don't go through all this long explanation, there's something you're going to see. This is not really a structure you call this, you look at this right now, this is not really a structure. This is all one price action. Okay, how you are going to know, just switch time frame. Are you with me, Chris? When you look at this, would you call this a structure? Would you call this a structure enough to say this is your swing high, or you say this is a swing high that broke actually this structure? Talk to me on the chat. Is it cleaner when you see it from this perspective? I just want you guys to know. All right, is it cleaner? So you can see this is strong structure because it took price up. This is just one candle. And it's not really, you can see equals, like it's not really, it's like pinnacle. You see this is a structure, all right? You see this is a structure, even if it's two candles, it's structural because why? It pulled price, okay? Even things like this, you want to suspect them. Am I making sense? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so whenever you're finding that confusion, that's why I said, oh, you want to be, this is tricky because why? This is distinctive because this is actually the swing high. All right. But when you switch sometimes into a lower time frame, you begin to, oh, this looks good. And I know you guys chose it because, oh, that's it. And I did. I can use that type of stop loss, but I'll also be careful that this is the main stop loss. This is the main swing high. This is just noise. This is market consolidating in one area, not because it really took a structure, but it just consolidated. And it looks like it, so you can take it. But you see that this was tempting. This was tempting, all right, but it went our direction. But that's good. But imagine you use this high. Okay, that is why I said that trade didn't qualify, because I was looking at this high as a proper high, not this one. It's very, very tricky to use lows like this. All right, that didn't even go back into the structure that was taken out before. Does that make sense? If you guys learned this, let me know in the chat. Okay, that's why you saw that. And another thing I gave was truly, yes, that was so. Okay, let's say there was change of character. This is structure. Okay, so you took the change of character, but it never really broke structure. So this trade was sensational. All right, if the trade really started. So here was good, okay? So using the stop loss, if there was a one-to-one on the daily, you would have caught this trade. You would have caught this trade red-handed. You can see that the trade did one-to-one. It's quite a good trade, but these type of things, if you do not begin to watch them, you will start jumping. You would start validating your entry because the market is going to give you things like this that looks good, that looks appealing. That's why you see, anytime I want to take a trade, I'll say, this is the right one, but I'm just going to do this because of my risk. When I do it like that, my mind knows what I am doing rather than validating that this was the right risk. I tell myself, oh, this is the right, but because of, mostly I do it for gold. This is a lot. I won't get this. I'll use this. So I know what I am doing before I do it. Not that I say, oh, this is the right thing to do. Are you guys getting me? Let me know in the chat. All right. So this is gold right now. Hey, could you please look at US 30? S&P 500 and US 30 are always the same structures, most likely the same thing. All right. This is S&P 500. Sorry. So what am I going to do? S&P 500. I already told you guys. Okay. You see things like this right now. So someone would say, this is good. This is break or structure. This market, it's not really broken. This is equal lows and this equal lows. Okay. So this is not even my change of character. This is my present swing high. Everything here is equal price action because this is equal lows. So this is my swing high. Henry, what does that mean? As good as this market looks like, the market is trending. If I have to take this trade for a sell, okay, this is my ideal entry point for market snipe, which means today we do not have a trade. Except now, I want to watch this, okay? This is one of those tricky charts. So take this. When you see noise, okay, do this. So if this market pushes down a little bit from this, you have what? A break or structure. Does that make sense? Or is this line bent? Hold on. I told you guys, always check your chart. Let's do this. Let me put a straight line. I'll put it under this. Is this a change of character? Is this a break or structure? You guys are not answering. Nope. So it's not yet a break or structure. This is called equal closing. Now, some people take week as no. I don't take pre-market weeks are not break or structures in a candle pattern. Okay, but if this market breaks and closes at least 5 pips away, that's a strong break. Then you can say the market now has. All right, the market now has. Who's that? Okay, you can now say the market has a new low. It has to be a strong break, at least 5 pips or 5 to 10 pips. That's equal. Who's that? Okay, do you guys get that? So because of this does not qualify yet to be the swing low for you to say, I want to buy here today. Okay, so if you need to buy this, it has to come break. That's when market has changed character from this bearish trend. Quite so sad. So I'm praying that this market should go down. Please go down. All right, so that I can please get in, because now the market takes this away. It would have made a lot of money before I would even get in here. A lot of money would have been. All right, so I'm begging you, please break. Okay, please calm down. So is sell an option today? No, sell is not an option, because if this market breaks this structure right now, this will be your swing. All right, high. Okay, if it breaks this structure, this will now be your swing high. Okay, and that wouldn't give you what? One-to-one for the previous day. So this is out of it. And at this point in time, if the market start going up, there's no trade on what? S&P 500. That's the sad reality. Is it clearer now? Am I helping? Am I helping your analysis get clearer? If Cabane said yes, I'm making a whole lot of progress. Yankee, are you getting better in trading now? Okay, so let's look at US 30. You see, the drawing helps me a lot. Okay, good. So this is US 30. Yesterday, what was it? Okay, good. Now you see how this worked. You took US 30, it took you out immediately. Because why? This is US 30. US 30 was all a noise. Okay, I wouldn't even. So if you took US 30, it's the same thing. There is this This is not a break or this is all an equal move. Okay, yeah, market came. This is not a break or structure. So because of this candle, if you had to enter a trade yesterday, market had to take this low away. Okay, and if it took this low away, guess what? The high that created this low is what? Is the swing high. So if you had to take that trade, ideally this was supposed to be your stop loss. Are you guys finding out this makes sense now? The high that created this low is the swing high. So if this is the break of structure, so this is the break of structure, you avoided it because you wanted to trade what appeals to you. So market snipe. So this was a good snipe. Oh, you thought to enter and you enter this trade. All right. And guess what? Okay, this is actually the low. The low. Okay, let me see this. Oh, hold on. All right, so this is actually a low, but the week evaded. So this is actually still the low because if this had closed, all right, I would say this one, because it took away this. So this is a whole one. It's not this one now because of this week. All right. If the market closed here, that is a break or structure of this one. I can take this one as the swing high because this is the high that closed this low. Are you guys with me now? Okay. So it's not a function of this low. If this is a week, I'll say this is a nonsense. But because of this low, and so let's say this candle closed here like this. All right. It means this single move closed it. It will not be as US 500. It's a little different. All right. It's crazy. That's how charts are. You have to watch the structures. But because of this, all right, because of this move, when market snipe, change of character, you will be going as far as, because this is the structure, you will be going as far as this. And it's crazy. This is one of those. That's why I told you early this week. One of the things I said is this market are on noise. You want to be careful this week, right? And guess what? It played out. So these are all locks. Okay. Because you got in on this trade, this took you out, eventually went down. It's all noise. It's still a powerful noise that's happening. So if I'm seeing US 30 right now, okay, US 30 is rarely like this, but if it's like this, where is it going to? It's coming here. This is the next liquidity point. I just need it to touch. And if it touch, there's a break of structure here right now. If has it happened? Hold on, let me see. Has it closed effectively? I think it has. Now, this is something I want to be watchful for. I cannot say this is my swing high because why? This, you see this nonsense here. Okay. This is now a tricky one to say, oh, if it changes this character, I'll get it. No. If it changes this character, I can get in. This is the high that took away this low. All right. And if that be it, this is the high I need to take for me to go, which is quite good. It's at least it's even better than your study that was so far away. So before I can buy right now, it has to be here for a change of character. There's a question I will ask you guys about a change of character. All right. So if changes character right now, market goes on the other side. But I still feel this market will come down to this area. You see that news that happened that took away this, okay? Normally, market is supposed to come down to this area or at least this area for a powerful move. I think that's what it wants to do. If it does that, I'll be entering a market price action trade for a buy here, okay, and leave for a couple of days or weeks, okay, for market to come back to this range. That's quite something I'm looking out for, okay, on S&P 500. But anything that is happening around here right now is the effect of this crazy move that's happened. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me? Okay, be patient with the market. Allow the market come to you. So gold, I already told you guys what I'm doing on gold. Okay, I'm on a buy on gold. So based on this, I'm on a buy. Why is this chart looks different? I know something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. This is it. Okay, so I'm on a buy. The market is in the buy area right now. It's back on this entry. Based on this buy, I'm on this market. Okay, so Yeah, the low to this market. I knew something was wrong, so that's what I was looking for. I didn't know the market, so this is it. You can bring this forward. Okay, if you want to get in on the price action, it's still very valid. Okay, it's still very valid to get in. So this is exit point, and you can still get in on the market based on that swing move. But if you want to allow it snipe for today, let it break this, as I said. Okay, let it take this away. That's a snipe and a change of character. Okay, that's gold. EU. Are you guys learning? Where is EU? Noise. This is good. This is noise. All right. A market, if this is noise, and this is the present, this was a low. Okay, this is a low. Okay, good. If we see that this market has taken this away, so this is not a swing guy, the present swing guy is here. So market has to take away this before you buy. Okay, so this is all noise. The market takes this away, that's a swing. All right, that's a change of direction. But I feel market is still going to come down. Okay. They still going to come down. So anything that is doing right now. So what am I going to say? If I'm selling down to this area. Okay, let's see how we continue to sell. Just this is it. It's very, very obvious. You don't even have to. If you're taking a trade here right now, it means you're going to. So let's say you want to sell below the structure. All right. You want to do this. Do you have a one-to-one to here? So that's out of it. There's no trade. Okay. As bad as it is right now, today is not presenting us option. That's why I taught today. Okay. It's not presenting an option for the sell. So you have to allow this market kill the liquidity it needs to kill. Then if it needs to buy, I need to buy above here. So that's no. And it's the same thing with GU. All right, GU is still falling down. The next place is going to fall down to is here. But guess what you're going to be doing? If you take a trade, anything around here right now, this is going to be your risk. If you have that as a risk, so let's say you get in on a trade right now. It has sniped. This is not really a fair snipe, okay? But if you close a good candle right now, so let's say snipes, you're going to take this as your risk. Is it up to one-to-one? It's not. Okay. So sometimes you can just allow the market do what it needs to do. So if this market has to buy, which is probably the next direction is going to go, it has to change this character. Okay. And the snipe is not even going to be good for the day today. So today is out. There is no good trade on snipe on this market, because even if you're going to buy, this is where you're buying to, quite not a good trade. So you can only look at price action for more, more potential trade. But you see this type of trending consolidation is a dangerous way to get in on a trade, because why? This move, the market is trying to forcefully correct it. You don't get trapped. Does that make sense? All right. Has it been a good market outlook? Review market outlook. All right. So any question? So is there any personal thing, which is the last thing? Is there any personal thing you'd like to consult with me that you want me to clarify? If I've given you an instruction before, you want me to clarify maybe a personal thing you want to ask me. All right, now's the time. So all your accounts are in order, right? You have no challenge with account management, portfolio management, risk management. Are you guys thinking? So I can go have a beautiful weekend now, right? Are you sure you don't have anything you want to ask me? Yankee, come out here. Unmute yourself. Have you gone away? I know some of you are going to run now and you miss out on something. Cabane, have you run away? Unmute yourself. I should look at BTC. Okay, we have BTC to be looked at. I'll look at BTC after I'm done with this. Okay, Cabane, you there? Trying, it's not working. It's working. It's not now that it will not work. Okay, I muted everyone because of that, because of Emmanuel that was evading my. All right. So, how many portfolios are you trading now? I muted you now.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, as how many portfolios are you trading now?
Mostly gold and S&P 500.
How many accounts do you have?
2.
You have one for S&P 500 and one for gold?
No, I use one for I use one for S&P 500 and Bitcoin, then one for gold.
Okay, one for S&P 500 and Bitcoin. Why are you pairing the two?
You know, BTC is mostly weekend now, so just like a plus or something.
I like it. I like the fact that you're upfront with your answer, and that's practical. But is it in the template of what I have taught you?
Yeah, of course, I use your signal. I use your signal. So the S&P 500 and Bitcoin,
No.
that account is just for your trades or
Okay.
signals.
My question is, in leverage, is that the condition of leverage that I have taught, that if you have to leverage me, you can leverage BTC and indices in one account?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that's what I taught. That's what I said you can do.
Yes,
I said that. That's good. Did I say that?
of course. I
You can
mean,
let me know.
that account is just to, I'm leveraging
Did I?
your signals, purely your signals.
Okay, good. Did I ever say that it is okay? I'm not asking you now, Mrs. Kabi. I'm asking every other people because sometimes I don't know. I talk a lot, so I don't know if I've said it. Did I ever say you can open an account and leverage me with different instruments on one account? All right, good. So I'm wondering, and now sometimes I do this, okay, because there's something I'm always looking out for in everybody. If I say things, I'm a practical person. One of the ways I see everybody are different in portfolio, different in management, different in learning. But one of the things I think I've done well as a coach is, except I don't know, when it comes to you alone, what you need to do alone, how you can do it, I've given you the template to do it. That is what I believe, except I stand to be corrected. So when it comes to leverage, I said, okay, if you have to leverage me on currency, open a currency account. Did I say that? So you can take GU and EU on one account. Okay, even on indices, I have not encouraged US 30 and S&P 500 together. Am I correct? I say in case you want to grow, okay, and you want proof of growth, you have to separate currency. And for indices, gold, and every other currencies, I say separate. It's only Forex that I say you can trade you can, because Forex is play for me. Am I correct? Except I'm not saying what I'm saying right now. And I've always guided in that template for a reason. Because 6 months, so you say you're leveraging me right now. Now, I rarely call BTC. BTC is once in a while. Okay, so let's say the next 6 trades I call on BTC is a lesson. And the next 5 trades I call on S&P 500 is a win. What will your account look like? Would there be a win or a lesson? But we had a win. On S&P 500, in fact, straight 5 win, and we had straight 6 win. But in one account, you will not see any progress. You'll be frustrated because let's say that took us 1, 2 or 2 months. It's 1 or 2 months without progress. That account was stagnant, it went down. But if you had it separated, you would only lose one account, but one account would have grown. And you would have confidence in the leveraging of S&P 500 as to the alternative of Bitcoin. Not every trade you would take. And not every trade I call. So let's say over 3 months and I'm seeing my document, I would ask my team, how's the last 6 months look like? We will do a review on this quarter. Okay, and we'll look at all our trades for the last couple of, I have records. And if I see that a particular currency is up, and I will quench it. I don't care how you feel. 3 months tells me what I should do next about that currency. If I need to watch something, I watch something about that currency. But if I see GU is doing well, GJ is doing well, EU is not doing well, what will I do to EU? See, the hand that will take you to here, cut it off. All right, I'll cut it off because why? I'm doing the same thing. But if one is coming out well, I will watch, I will prune. That's what God said. The one that is bearing fruit, I'll come, I'll prune. I'll prune GU, okay? And I will leave EU. If you ask me, I'll analyze it. But guess what? It will not be on my what? Radar anymore, because that is the whole idea for growth. You check what you did yesterday, you work on it for what you want to do tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yes, boss.
Okay. So don't trade for growth. Oh, I can't really trade are good. Just pie. Don't trade stacking is one of the diseases you don't want to do. So if you have $100, divide it into two. If you have $200, divide it into two. If you need to trade it, you trade it. If you don't need to trade it, you leave it. Okay. When I started BTC USD, one of the things I said is if you have an account for it, you don't need to trade it, but now you can buy an account and just dedicate it for what? BTC USD. So don't pile it up because I'm calling the trade. It's very, very important. Does that make sense? All right. I would have said other things, but let that be the only one I say today. Okay. But I'm watching you. Okay, Madam Magdalene, you're doing EU and GU. Are you doing EU and GU in, okay, well, I believe you're going to say in one account. All right. Was there another question? Except this person that I don't know the name, and I think this person just joined the call. Okay. Good morning, coach. Please, I would want you to highlight the strategy of trading in this platform. I guess I missed the lesson. All right, come again another day. You missed the lesson, you missed the time. Watch the recording. Other students will help you. You came in late, I believe. Okay. So we did accountability today. Don't forget what we started with. A long session, say, I know I stress you guys a lot and I stress myself, but that is why you have the recording. It's recorded right now. So what you want to do, break it into blocks of watch. Watch the first part of the accountability. Then we did a review. All right. Then we did accountability. All right. We did review, market review, and we ask questions here right now. You want to make sure that everything that I've discussed, I've shared with you does not go in vain. Okay. Don't get excited. Reflect on yourself, because how next week is going to be is how you work on the training today. Okay. One of the things I want to pride myself as a friend in trading, as a coach, if you call me that, as a mentor in this space, is I'm able to build people with character to learn, because learning is a skill in itself. Many people don't know how to learn. Okay, so I want to be able to push you in the right direction to learn how you become better versions of yourself, not get better experiences to yourself. Okay, so I can tell you what I am doing right now for myself. You can do it for yourself, and I can only show you how you can do it for yourself. That way, you don't depend on me, and when you get it, nobody can take it away. Nobody can come sell you fancy things. All right, just to maybe good language, show you one progressive strategy, and you just jump there. You understand? Thinking that, oh man, this is gonna, don't be moved to and fro with the winds of trading doctrines. If you can, that thing you have, you could work it out. Nobody have to send. People should not be taking your money because they are selling you a strategy. That is why I proved to you one thing. How many of you paid for market? You paid to learn my strategy. How many of you here? You paid to learn my strategy. That's a proof. That's a message to you. Okay. Many people have what I have that I've given you guys for free. The strategy is free. The trainings are free. My mentorship is expensive. Okay. But I'm trying to tell you what is in the mentorship. What I pride that I think you should be buying. It's not, you see what I did today? You can't pay for it. Is that true? What I did with you today is what you ought to be paying for. Because you're going to find that, oh, your true growth is not in these things I'm learning. It's free. So, but I'm not here to advertise my mentorship. I'm giving you proof of experiencing what you need. So when someone tells you, what do you need in trading? I need a mentor. One of the things I believe, many of you did not understand the need for mentorship not until now that you are experiencing what I'm doing in mentorship with you guys. Am I correct? You are now seeing more of, oh, this is what mentorship is. Many of you never understood what mentorship is. And guess what? This is just you guys are not even there yet. Okay? You guys are in the surface of it. Only a few of you are internal. And those few I even brought internal, they are not even ready for Kiki, like for real. But I'm giving them, I'm telling you, okay, I'm trying my best. I'm a patient coach. I'm not drilling any of you, but if I have to put you in that mirror of mentorship, the way I was mentored or the way I came into mentorship, I don't play. Mentorship is drilling. It's avoiding everything you shouldn't be. It's doing everything for you not to be the person you used to be. So it's not comfortable. Okay? It's not comfortable. The only thing that I've told them in the core mentorship thing that I had, one of the drills that I give them, I said, okay, take this week or the next 2 weeks, go do 50 trades, document 50. Is that drill? Is that drilling? That's not drill. That's not drill. And that is what? Earning goal. Learning goal, I've not drilled you guys. And from this call, you guys knew I've not drilled you guys on learning goals, right? All right. And I've not drilled you guys on growth goal. It's a package. If I mentor you for the next 3 days, 3 days of years, 3 block of years, what you're going to see your growth more than your learning and learning more than your earning. And that will produce a lot of earning for you. Okay. This is one thing I'll sell to you guys this week in the whole process of this week. One message. All right. Don't be that individual that is obsessed about earning. The reason earning will produce an obsession is because of the lack of learning and the lack of growth. If you're obsessed about earning money right now, it's because you lack growth and you lack learning, the ability to learn. So you can decrease your obsession for money by building confidence that you can earn and being obsessed with what can make you earn. So that's one of the things I figured out. And that's what solved my problem. It was the hardest thing to figure out. Okay, so when I'm telling you cheaply like this, I understand why you don't prioritize it. Because why? Alone, it will be very difficult for you to figure out what I'm doing with you guys. It will be it's almost impossible because of the distraction and the obsession to earn money, to break free of poverty, to make a difference when you start in a crowd, to be noticed, and people adore you because you have an influence, you have money, you have style, you have steez. All right. That thing that you don't have creates an internal obsession. Every day you wake up with a need to be more on that day. Money looks like the only thing you need to solve that problem. If you fall into that program, it will be very hard to break off that program. My brothers and sisters, that's true. I've been there. So it was hard for me to figure it out. So when I'm trying to help you, just because I make it simple, it will be now, unlike me, I figured out the hard way and by the grace of God. But for you, God will question you because you had access to what will help you. Okay, so all you need to do, refocus your attention on growth because you have someone who's going to help you. The same way I'm giving you template on any, I can give you template on growth. And the truth is I'm doing it. You're not just paying attention. Okay, you're trying to think I want to change you. No, I want to add you. I can give you template on learning. I say it's simple. Okay, create an obsession for learning. Watch something over and over and over again. You'll be obsessed about it. You create a character. If you like going to the gym, you go to the gym today, you just do 20 press up, 20 dumbbells, but you went to the gym. You do it over a period of 21 days. You don't need to wake yourself the next day. You don't need to plan going to the gym. It will be a part of you. It means you have learned a character of assessing and pushing yourself to what? Go build yourself. All right. It helps your mental, body, and your emotions. Do you know the person that goes to the gym doesn't just build muscles, they build character, they build mind. They get more ready. Their stance is different in society. Someone who's built, their confidence level is different because there's something about you charging your body. Okay, so it's not about just looking good. They're confident. You're more productive at work because why? Your body is not controlling you, you are controlling your body. You subject your body to be more productive when you go to the gym. Okay, so it's all connected. It's the same way you read book. It's not because of what you want to learn. Your every part of you, when you're reading, you feel like sleeping. But now you subject yourself to reading. You're reading, you're reading. It's not what you learn. It's now you're training your mind to obey. Your consciousness, you train your consciousness when you read. The same way you train your body too. And the same, if your consciousness become more active, you become conscious of opportunities, conscious of people. Because why? You've trained your consciousness to be alive by reading. Some people think you read to know. No, you train yourself. It's the same thing about studying the word of God. Your spirit is alive when you study the word of God. So it's not what you are knowing in the Bible. You know that you already know what in the Bible before you read it. But just going to the Bible and studying the Bible, you're reading it, you're finding something, you're fellowshipping with the word because that word is God in himself entitled in scriptures. Now you're fellowshipping and you're giving your spirit. What happens? The you in you, which is you are a spirit that lives in a body. Your true DNA is not you. Your true DNA is your spirit. Okay, it lives in this body, but a lot of people's spirit are dead because they are not exercising it. It's just like if you're not eating, you're going to be malnourished. Some of you, your spirit that is you and the connection stream to eternity and God is dead because you do not give it life by studying and praying. Okay, now some of you religiously pray out of context. Prayer is by fellowship. I cannot be in the same house and I'm praying to my Father. Are you getting me? You get what I'm saying? I ought to communicate and fellowship with my Father. I cannot be praying to my Father when I have access to fellowship. So one of the things you build so prayer is access. So you pray, you study the word is connection, and you pray in line with what you're studying. That's fellowship. It's like you're talking to your Father. Okay. And guess what? The more close you are in fellowship, you don't need to pray for certain things because he desires your communication to be able to help you. You are the one who gives access God to run your life when you fellowship. But some of you don't. So God is a figure that is far away from you because you don't fellowship. So I build my spirit, I build my body, I build my mind by reading, I build my body by exercise. Okay. I build my emotions and spiritual life by study prayer. Okay. And doing the works. God bless each and everyone.